Hello and welcome, my dear entrepreneurs, to another episode of Making It in Holland. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 immediately actionable steps that will allow you to start an online business of your dreams. You might be wondering how come there are so many people out there making thousands and millions in revenue every year running their businesses completely online. I started my online business about a year ago, and since then I've accumulated some useful tips to help you get started. By the end of this video, you will have 3 immediately actionable steps that you can take with you to start creating an online business. If you're like me and you've been watching a lot of YouTube regarding business topics, you probably noticed a lot of gurus saying that you should start with your why and your niche. However, I think you need to start with knowing exactly how much money you need to be generating each year. Now, there's a really easy way to find that out, and we will do it together. And let's break that down into 4 categories. Now, the first category you should write down are your fixed monthly expenses. The second category should belong to your hobbies, your travels, anything of that nature that brings you excitement and joy. The third category can be for a long-term investment saving. For example, maybe in the future you want to build or buy a house and you need to be saving up for that. And the fourth category should be any other kind of investment, ideally long-term or maybe short-term, you're looking to make. Now, once you have those 4 categories, go back and look at your payments, look at your credit card, look at how much money you're spending on what things, and really have a good overview of each expenses that belong to each category. Here, the more specific you are, the better it is for when you know exactly how much money you need to be generating per year to sustain that lifestyle. And to make math a little bit easier, we're just going to here say that your fixed expenses are, let's call it 6,000 euros. And then you have your travel and your hobby budget of, let's say, 2,000 euros. And then for investment, for your house or for other investments, you're looking to put down 1,000 euros every month. When we add that up, we're actually left with a pretty easy number to work with, and that is 10,000 euros a month. Now, you might be thinking like, whoa, 10,000 euros, that's a lot of money. Well, it might appear like a lot of money, but let's further break that down into smaller bits that we can manage. 10,000 euros a month means you need to be making 2,500 euros per week. And that turns out at about 360 euros per day. So 360 is the number that you need to be generating every day. Once you have a very concrete idea of how much money you should be making per day, now this is time to look back at yourself and say, okay, what kind of skill do I have that's going to be able to generate me that much money per day? You can do that research based on your own personal experience so far. Look back at your CV, look back at some of your previous achievements. What are some things people compliment you on generally? And what are your monetizable skills? This is the focus point. What is a highly monetizable skill that you have? That brings us to the final and the most crucial piece of the puzzle. How are you going to fulfill the demands of the market out there with your highly monetizable skill? You should grab another piece of paper to then dig a little bit deeper into how are you going to fill that gap in the market and make a quick outline. After you make this quick outline, decide which is the best medium to deliver this information out there to the world, to your ideal customers. For example, if you decide you want to be teaching a certain skill, you might be looking at creating an online course. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or a podcast. Perhaps you want to be writing an ebook, or if this skill of yours is not really something that is teachable, but it's rather based on a product, you might be looking at creating an e-commerce store. Now, after that is clear, pick a medium. So for example, if you're someone who is very much passionate about teaching others how to speak the language of Dutch, and you want to do that through an online course. So you find out that there is actually a lot of people out there who want to speak Dutch, and you're going to fill in that market with your online course. Now, here comes the crucial part. You need to be delivering such high value content in that online course so that people are willing to pay you 360 euros per day. So what that means is, in a span of a week, you need to be selling one course per day. And if you're able to do that, you will at the end of the week make a profit of 2,500 euros, assuming that you haven't had any expenses setting up your online business. After you decide how much money you need to be making per day, what your skill or your product is, and how you're going to reach your ideal customers, you need to sit down and actually create that source that's going to be your online business. So I mean, if you're going to be teaching an online course, you need to make an outline and record it. If you're going to start an e-commerce store, you need to be selecting your products and placing them in your store. And what follows from that is just some genius marketing strategies to make sure you get seen by your ideal customers online, who will be crazy not to purchase from you because you're bringing so much value to them. Let me know, guys, if this video was helpful, and let me know down in the comments if you want me to talk more about a marketing funnel strategy that will allow you to get your product to be seen by more people, to lead to those purchases, to provide you the life that you're aspiring to have. I hope you found value in this episode, and until the next episode, don't forget to stay awesome. Bye bye.